We are at the halfway mark on our college football season with Week 8 action starting up this evening. Right now, we're back with SBR analyst Joe Gavassi, who's here to recap how our 200 club is looking, which are teams who dominate the line of scrimmage, and how it's a part of your handicapping college football. So, Joe, through the first 7 weeks using 200 club teams in your college football picks, how has the success rate looked so far this season?
Success rate virtually what it has been this millennium, with teams covering about 75% when they run and pass for 200 yards, and their opponent does not. Those are the parameters of the 200 club. Now, even more impressively is that once league play starts, this thing usually heats up. And in fact, beginning of the first week of October, running through 3 weeks of conference play, this is now over 80% winners as the lines become a bit more converged and the dominance becomes more prominent at the price points that are in question. As a result, this figures to be a very strong theory through the rest of the regular season in college football and even into the bowls. So begin to use it. I've got a list of 10 teams there for you that are averaging 200 or more yards running and passing. Remember, however, any team can be a 200 club member when the matchups are right. And always remember to do more than statistical handicapping, including your situational plays along with your technical handicapping as well. That's how you get your highest percentage of winners at value prices.
So to revert back a little bit here, Joe, what are the best opponents we should be looking for when placing these picks with the 200 club?
Well, you're obviously looking for our own defense to be a solid defense. You would, in the optimum, look to have a defense that was one of our defensive dandies. But as long as the defense is allowing less than 400 yards, you're probably in pretty good stead. Your opponent, however, it is most helpful if they are allowing both 400 yards on offense and defense. Then you got a pretty good shot at your team running and passing for 200 yards. If there's some situational support, some other support in the game, and you get a good price, then you got a solid chance to get a real good winner out of it.
So heading into Week 8, Joe, do you have a game on your radar using your 200 club theory?
We actually do, Megan, and thank you for asking that. Our game is the last game on the schedule. Arizona Wildcats in the high desert air host the Pullman Puma, Washington State Cougars, coming down from Eastern Washington, and I think it's a great spot for Arizona to double rush and to not only gain 200 yards overland, but also pass for 200 yards. That's because Arizona runs and passes for at least 276 yards in each area of their offense, and Washington State allows more than 200 yards. Now, we get a great value price here because Washington State has beaten the spread 3 straight times, and because Arizona had 2 games earlier this year where their starting quarterback, Anu Solomon, missed the game with a head injury. Well, he's back, and since he's come back, he's been playing extremely good ball, recording a couple wins versus Oregon State and Colorado. Now they face a third team of that ilk, the Washington State Cougar, and in the high desert air, I look for it to be death in the desert for the Pullman Puma this afternoon on Saturday.
Excellent insight from one of the best college football analysts, Joe Gavassi. Thanks for being back with us.